Alright guys, welcome back. Part 35. I did a little bit of running around. I think I only gained like a level or two, which is fine. I did like 4 laps through the bottom area here, and I picked up, ooh, perfect, 96 black orbs. For the sole reason of they're going to be useful to me later on. Alright, let's go do this. I also picked up a map, not that I needed it. I've kind of got this whole area down, but it gives you the top layers too, so I'll point out a couple of those things as we go. As you can see, I came through here not too long ago, so... You only need 3 of them in this part, but I collected so many because when we get to Subterra, you need like quite a few. Like I'm pretty sure it ends up being like 300 and something. This is how you get them, and I'm pretty sure, 1, that I'm actually going the wrong way, and 2, and more to the point, I don't remember them being... Like, I thought they came out of every 3rd or 4th enemy, like they weren't... they were a little bit harder to get than they seem to be now. Like, right now, they literally pop out of every enemy. That way, you can kind of see where an urn... Actually, you can't yet, just give me a second. Why are they all... Also, doing this in double time makes it a little bit more difficult to get the orbs afterwards. But yeah, there's the urn for the map. I found some Hermes sandals right here, and given that the treasure chest hasn't respawned, it's probably a one-time only. This is the door we're trying to break. All 3 of these have embroidered tippets on because they're actually not giving out as much experience as I thought they would be for this area. And, probably a little more importantly, is they are just massacring everything, so... This is actually my weaker party. If you... Like, Balthier, Bosch, and Ash all have very, very powerful weapons. Mind you, Vaughn and Pinello have very powerful weapons as well, and Fran has some pretty powerful magic, so... Oh yeah, so I did a little bit of testing. Just super quick. I gave her the Hermes sandals, which jacks up your strength 5, and she did a little bit more damage, but the Germain boots that jack your speed up by 50, it looks like, they were adding like an extra 1500 damage. So not only is the speed kind of nice, but it's... Or not only does the speed increase kind of nice, but when you get up to that big, it actually makes a significant difference. Oh right, I just did it for disable. I was kind of wondering, like, why is he not healing them? Oh, I screwed this up. Damn it. I was curious if it was going to start a second like grouping, or if it was just going to say, oh, you've got 99, tough luck. Oh, of course. It's actually the very first one I missed. You know, it figures I'd forget this one. Both espers we're collecting in this area are going to be going to Vaughn. I can't quite remember why, but I mapped out who I was giving my espers to like maybe 5 videos ago. And that was the big one, was he was getting these two. Whatever they do for him, it's apparently awesome. Oh, I'll mention it in another video sometime too, but for now, just know. I wonder which one this one. I think this one's the turtle, if I'm not mistaken. It's the turtle, the Yensa looking dude, and then the werewolf looking dude. I do believe. Even though it kind of looks like we're in the Yensa right now. Oh. There's nothing to her, but I'm now realizing I should have tried to steal. will say they did put a ton of effort into... I know this isn't quite the final dungeon, but it might as well be. And it's nice to see the level of effort that they put in with, like, just the little things, right? Obviously it's large, and obviously that's not always a good thing, but they definitely make this an adventure. I actually think I need these anymore anyways, but... I've killed enough of those guys, I'm good. I really don't need to worry about the rest. Things should get a little more interesting coming up, though. Oh, I started talking before the boss fight, before I kind of got distracted. I looked up a couple things for trophies. I didn't know this. Apparently there was a trophy. I don't know if it was for 48,000 LP points or if it was for finishing the license boards with characters. I've kind of read both, so I might have just been reading for each version. But there was actually a Sky Pirate's Den thing for that before. And as far as the other two for maps and for the clan primer there, my understanding is you don't actually have to finish all of the entries, so to speak. I was going to say this must be a fake wall. Boom. Nice. You just have to defeat one of every enemy at some point or another, so obviously that's still going to be a pain in the ass for marks. Or not marks, but rare games, sorry. Because that means you will actually have to go and find all of them. And obviously you do need to defeat all the super bosses, so Omega Mark 12 and Yzmat and Hellworm. But that also means that I don't need to do things like spawn all 14 of those, I forget what they are, like the Mandragores that we fought before. That means I don't have to go into the Feywood and actually spawn all of those guys, because that is a bitch and a half. And then to have to do it 14 times. Oh, I am missing one. Or have I not gone yet? Here we go. I hope you guys don't mind my camera action too much. Oh yeah, and the other one that I looked up was for the cardiographer. So you just have to visit every area. So technically this area would be complete that we're in right now, even though there's a bunch of areas that are shaded out. Apparently you just need to walk into the area. So this area is done, this area is done, this area is not done. I've never been there yet. So... And apparently all the places that are missable, like the Leviathan and, you know, the prison in Rabanastre, or sorry, the prison in Nalbina there, and, you know, the stuff with Rex at the very early part of the game, the palace cellar. I'm trying to think, I thought there was one more for some reason. Oh, Dracula. That was the other one. Which is good because I actually didn't go all the way to the other side in Dracula. That one floor there. Not entirely sure why we just did that, but I guess it's like trying to teach us a message or something, I don't know. Or teach us a lesson I should say. I'm going to go back because curiosity is getting the better of me. I want to see if there are any guys that are going to respawn to try and trigger that. Huh. Nothing. Okay, well you guys can get on my case about that, but I'm just going to ignore this entirely. Even though it is very tempting, it feels like it's probably something worth my time. Oh, hello. So the nice thing about those trophies that I just talked about is that they are still hard to get. They just aren't stupidly hard to get, right? There's a good difference between there's a good difference between what is achievable and I don't want to say realistic because like you could in theory actually go and shade in all the areas for everything, but apparently there are a bunch of stops I can make. Oh, and here's another one of these guys. I definitely did think though that I was gonna have to defeat everything and unlock all the pages and all that. Because if you think back to 10.2, completing the bestiary involved oversouling every enemy. Anybody who ever oversouled enemies knows that takes a long time. It was also a gold trophy, so I don't know if that has something to do with it, but nope, still need another one, eh? I think there only ever was the one red guy. I think I do need a couple more, don't I? Or maybe I need some more green ones. Yes, I am actually coming all the way back here to try to find the other red guy. Oh yeah, and that was that path. It makes me laugh, like bubble barely lasts very long. And obviously it's because I'm, you know, ×2, but at the same time it's like that's how much faster the game is moving as bubble can't even keep up anymore. Okay, well I must be missing something somewhere. Is there a fake wall anywhere? Nope, okay, I'm just gonna keep going then. Part of me's a little upset for not remembering the game as well as I probably should. Yeah, and see, that didn't do anything anyways. Any other parts realizing that I don't usually play up to this point very often. Okay, good. This should be the last area. I'll have to find out what that is sometime. In the meantime, we shall progress. I do enjoy that you can actually still see. Oh, and that actually added something. That take it away? Nope. Ooh, I think that's actually pretty good. What the hell is she so excited about? Oh, you know what? There's probably a chest on the other side, isn't there? Yeah. Scathe mode, not bad. Well, that's really bugging me as to what that is now. At least the Chimera Brains occasionally drop a Chimera Head, which I'm pretty sure sells for a pretty penny. Because outside of that Orculium or whatever the hell that is, I don't think anything here has been all that useful. I was just looking at Fran, I was like, a Thundaga would be pretty good right about now. Damn. Okay, so I'm just gonna run back ever so quickly, because once again, curiosity is getting the better of me and I want to know if I can get over to that other spot. Still nothing. Okay. And we are officially moving along. I don't know what I need to do to get there. I was actually hoping killing that special guy would, you know, make something happen, but... apparently that was not in the cards. What was that? Oh. Funny thing too is, as I'm thinking about it, I wouldn't even be going back to check if it weren't for the extra speed up thing. I think Redis's weapons have an on-hit KO because there's a couple times where I've seen he just seems to drop an enemy out of nowhere. I don't think you're allowed to select him with equip to actually find out what he has. You can just see his stats. Well, apparently he'll be leveling up soon too. Cool. Oh, that's just that thing. Okay, actually nothing useful there. Sorry about that. Oh, nice. And I doubt I need it, but might as well. I don't think he has anything good, but given I clearly don't need the extra attacker. There we go. That's okay, apparently his stuff is immune anyways. That's 2 enemies that have been immune to Holy. So I think we've just completed the first ascent. Nice. There's actually some water in that area. Oh, maybe it's her with her assassin arrows that are taking enemies out randomly. Now that I'm looking at that. That would make a lot more sense. I didn't even want to come here. I wanted to... Oh, and he's steel. What? All I got was a crystal? Damn it. Should probably turn that gambit off now. Oops. I guess that's where I get off if I'm coming up the escalator. Oh, we're already 50 floors up, come on. I actually forget how high this goes. Oh really? There were 2 chests right... Oh my goodness. I'll go back for those guys, just give me a second. Oh, are you fucking kidding me right now? Okay, so I'm gonna end the video here. Wow, that was a fuck up and a half. I am sorry for that. So when we start the next video, we'll start at that area that I apparently just left to come all the way back to, like, fuck. Why would they do that? That pisses me off. Alright, well I'm gonna run through this area again. I'll see you guys in part 30.